Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 1 in a series between Anima and Hawk. Anima spawning as the red human player on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Hawk has spawned as the yellow human over here on the bottom left. This was taken from day 1 of the Ting Invitational. I know that these games were played about a month ago, but I just now got the replays. If you guys want to get the official cast, you guys can definitely check out ESL's website. I am not trying to pull any of their viewers away. What I am doing is, well, trying to be loyal to my fan base, and I know a lot of players out there like listening to me cast and play and get a little bit of my take or some of my ramblings as I mispronounce units and names and things of that nature. So what are we going to be looking at in this human versus human matchup? As we see Hawk opening up with the Altar of Kings barracks and that farm, it should end up being pretty standard. I am expecting an Archmage coming out from both sides and then going into maybe some Spellbreakers and some Priests. That is a very, very common strategy in this particular matchup just because, well, Archmage makes casters so much better. Spellbreakers are very, very powerful, and if your opponent does try to go for any sort of slow play, well, the Spellbreakers definitely do counter that. Now, I'm not quite sure if any of these players will try and do a bit of a fast expansion or if they're going to be trying to play very aggressively. You can see Hawk is opening up with that Scout Tower and that Arcane Tower eventually, and that's because you don't want to get that early harassment. The Archmage is a rather fragile hero, and in fact, all of the human heroes are very, very fragile to that Arcane Tower. Because of that Arcane Tower, no mana on an Archmage, Mountain King, well, Paladin, or Blood Mage really shuts down any sort of harassment, and with this complete wall in here, it is going to be very difficult to get a lot of, well, footmen inside the base. Archmage cannot walk through, and I really like this placement because if you do end up teleporting into your base and you need to get your Archmage out, all you need to do is just cut down this one particular tree and there is enough room to head out. Now, you saw that Anima, a little bit of a misstep there, taking the Purge on the Water Elemental, losing a lot of absorption on that damage. Meanwhile, you can see back over here that Hawk has done a bit of a better job, and that Water Elemental is still currently alive, able to absorb a bit more damage as the Militia are going to finish off the rest of this 3-1-1 Rogue Creep Camp. Archmage will get to level 2 here. Meanwhile, Anima is already at level 2, has Claws of Attack +6 and a Mantle of Intelligence for a total of +9 damage. Archmage for Hawk only has a Ring of Protection +2 and Slippers of Agility, so which one has more damage, the other has, well, more longevity. Who will win out? Perhaps the player who plays better and utilizes these items a bit more aggressively. Water Elemental still in play down across over here. 2 Water Elementals for Hawk. Gonna finish off this 5-3-3 creep camp. I do not believe it will give level 3. It should just be just shy of level 3. As you're going to see the Archmage, well, finish off the total. There's one Tunneler, and another Tunneler is going to get taken down here. One more shot should do it. There it goes, and the Archmage, yes, is just shy of level 3, 25 experience away, and now gets it. Wow, 9 experience right on. Is it right on the dot? It is right on the dot, or almost on the dot there, as we see a replenishment potion. Oh, Tome of Strength purposely being left behind, and that was off of the clear of this one particular creep camp with Militia. We are now seeing a very, very strong push here, and Anima able to put in a lot of pressure, now teleporting straight up on inside. The Arcane Tower of Anima was already finished. Meanwhile, the Archmage now looking to engage here. That was perhaps a bit of a misstep there, as Anima may end up losing this Water Elemental, but will take down a second Peasant as well. Alright, Archmage of Anima does get 2 additional Peasant kills, up to 584. Meanwhile, only 566 and a loss of a Scroll of Town Portal. That is going to hurt tremendously as the Archmage is trying to catch up to that low hit point Footman. Footman down to 44 hit points. It doesn't look like he will end up falling, but there are a lot more Footmen for Hawk than there are for Anima. Alright, this one Footman now trying to back away. Archmage going to come back the other way, and you're going to see him perhaps, no, not able to drop another Water Elemental as it is rather low. The Arcane Tower, if you remember, was taken out. Was not upgraded earlier enough, as the Archmage is going to try and push through another Water Elemental in between the cracks, and does so. So far, the attacks are coming through. Militia now being called over again. It looks as though one Footman will get taken out. The Footmen are just battling it out here. A lot of damage being absorbed once more onto that Archmage, as Hawk is now trying to pull back. Anima also doing a great job. Oh, denying that Water Elemental with a long-distance fireball there. and some good cleanups once more. Now, the replenishment potion for Hawk may be the saving grace. Getting mana and hit points can actually chase after these footmen just a little bit, but has to be careful. Does not want to get hit by a fireball from that Archmage, but the additional mana is definitely going to help out. Sitting at 216 right now, going to be able to drop one water elemental, if not another here momentarily, as this one low hit point footman does get taken out. There is also a Goblin Shredder here by Hawk. Hawk is going to be in trouble. He is going to get surrounded. No. Pushes through once more. Beautifully done, as the Archmage of Hawk is going to be dropping a second water elemental. 2 water elementals to 1, and that is big damage right there. An average of 35, as Peasants are now repairing the Goblin Shredder. That Goblin Shredder pretty much acting as a knight at this point with good healing, as the Peasants are doing a bit of repairing. Archmage, I believe, picked up a Tome of Agility. Archmage sitting at 190 mana still. Meanwhile, this Archmage here, he had a rejuvenation potion as well, and he's going to be able to drop a water elemental too. Archmage needs to get to level 4 in a hurry to be able to get that level 2 water elemental. Or sorry, more water elementals into play. The Goblin Shredder still in serious trouble, trying to get as much repairing going down as possible. You can see heavy repairing coming into play. Footmen are now coming down as the Goblin Shredder does get taken out. Very big loss there. More low hit point footmen are pulling back, as Anima doing a great job of just maintaining a bunch of low hit point footmen back at home. If Anima goes back home and is able to finish or just heal back up with a whole bunch of low hit point footmen, he should be able to push back very heavily, sitting at 41 over 42 and now going into dual Arcane Sanctums. Dual Arcane Sanctums also coming out from Hawk. Mountain King now in play here, as the Archmage is looking to get to level 4 for that level 2 Brilliance Aura. Alright, you can see Wand of Illusion also being pulled out here. Footman absorbing a bit of damage. Tome of Strength +2. That Mountain King already up to 750 hit points with 28 to 38 damage, as we're looking to him finish off this one creep camp here. Now, it looks as though Hawk happy to just sit back and relax here, and I like the fact that Anima didn't press his luck when he was pushing. The Mountain King would have popped back out at just the right moment, and if that Mountain King pops out, it would have perhaps be able to stun the Archmage or stun a footman or two, and that would have really shifted the tides of the battle. You can see a lot of low hit point or medium hit point footmen now as they are getting regenerated back up to full, but we also see very heavy aggressive creeping coming in from Hawk. If the Mountain King, with Boots of Speed now, gets to level 2, or the Archmage gets to level 4, that is going to be a tremendous ability, as, wow, great use of the illusion there to know that, hey, I'm going to be intercepted at any true moment. Mountain King may come in with a Stormbolt here. There's a Stormbolt, and are we going to get a surround? This could be potentially very bad news, as the Archmage now trying to run back away. All right, Archmage does not seem to be in trouble. Archmage could be dropping some water elementals here in just a moment. There's a Scroll of Healing used at just the right moment. Stormbolt onto a Priest, as we now see level 4 now on Anima. Units are now trying to run back around. Hawk is in trouble. He gets surrounded, and there is the GG by Hawk after losing the level 3 Archmage, knowing that he's not going to have enough mana to really stay alive, and that is game number 1. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. From day 1 of the Invitational, players are right now just trying to qualify, and we'll see what is going to go down here in game number 2.